As we continue our coverage now, News 10's Amber Fisher looks back at Albany's long history with fire and visits a local museum that keeps the stories alive and the lessons of those tragedies as well.
Good evening, Vanessa. The Twiller Street fire is a heartbreaking reminder of how quickly tragedy can strike. A fire historian tells me that Albany hasn't seen a fire this deadly in about 60 years. In 1966, 5 children were killed in a house fire on 2nd Street in Albany. About 15 years earlier, in 1950, a family of 5 died in a fire on Quayle Street. I spoke with director of the Albany Firefighters Museum, Tony Opalka, who explained how events like that and others before it shaped the way the city fights fires today. Inside the Albany Firefighters Museum, photos, helmets, and maps trace a timeline of tragedy. Albany's history with fire stretches back nearly 2 centuries to the Great Fire of 1848, which tore through downtown and destroyed more than 600 buildings.
The 600 buildings that were destroyed in 1848, but large fires were not unusual, and that of course has to do with technology, going from bucket brigades to hand pumpers to steamers to the firefighting apparatus of today.
Decades later, in 1892, an explosion at the Fort Orange flouring mill killed 4 firefighters, the largest loss of first responders in the city's history. Director of the Albany Firefighters Museum, Tony Opalka, says the blast was caused by flammable flour dust, but the deaths occurred after the fire was put out.
The whole platoon that was there were cleaning up, and the fire was out, and just something happened, and the wall collapsed, and 4 men were killed. 2 instantly, I believe, and 2 within the next day or 2. And that was the largest firefighter death in the city's history.
Just 2 years later, in 1894, flames ripped through the Delavan Hotel on Broadway, killing 16 people and forever changing the way the city built its buildings.
The big deal was codes, because building codes were not really developed very well in Albany at the time of the Delavan House fire, so a lot of the fatalities were the result of what we would now call code violations.
The stories of Albany's earliest fires still echo, even in music. After that fire, a song was written the following year, simply titled The Delavan Hotel Fire. And now, more than a century and a half after that first great fire, Albany is mourning again. The Twiller Street fire, one of the deadliest the city has seen in years, serves as a painful reminder that behind every fire, there's a story of loss and of service. The cause of the Twiller Street fire is still unknown. Stay with News 10 on air and online as we continue to follow the investigation. Reporting in studio, Amber Fisher, News 10, ABC.